all ages at kineticedgept.com or call us at any of our locations.
Mama and Dad are going to love this. Pingle's Home Store has appliances now. Refrigerators, washers, dryers, everything for our house. And Pingle's still has the best stuff for kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms, and bedrooms too. New appliances and the same great service. Awesome!
Now at Pingle's Home Store, top brand appliances, refrigerators, washers, dryers, and more. Pingle's Home Store is now your appliance headquarters too.
Peaceful, accessible, convenient. That's the new Sunset Acres subdivision just west of Pella off Highway 163. Hi, I'm Brendan Foudy with Pella Real Estate Services. There are 36 lots between 3 and 7 acres with 24 available to build right now. And unlike an acreage that you might plan on your own, these convenient lots already have water and electricity run right to your property. Start planning your dream home in Sunset Acres by calling 628-1-BUY for Pella Real Estate Services.
Rev up your ride with unbeatable deals at PellaMotors.com. We're dealing so you can drive away happy. Don't miss out on our incredible offers on Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. Find your perfect ride at PellaMotors.com.
Who's always open? Anytime Fitness. For the last 16 years, Anytime Fitness has been open 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Our award-winning gym allows you to work out on your schedule. With state-of-the-art equipment, expert trainers, a welcoming community, and the convenience of around-the-clock access, you're sure to find a fitness home with us. It's your fitness, done your way, at Anytime Fitness in Pella.
More than 3,000 homes in Pella are enjoying 1 gig of fast, reliable fiber internet from Pella Fiber. Why not you? It's only $75 a month with no contract, no installation fees, no data caps, and no throttling. And if there's ever an issue with your service, Pella Fiber is a local utility with local employees to get it fixed quickly. Make the switch today and join the more than 3,000 homes in Pella getting a gig for just $75 a month by going to PellaFiber.com.
If it's time to refresh your home, there's no need to travel out of town. We have a 25,000 square foot showroom at Bruxford's Home Center with everything you need. We have furniture for every room in your home, flooring in every texture, color, and style imaginable, kitchen appliances and laundry sets, bedding, window treatments, and home decor. And it's all backed by our legendary customer service. Let us help you refresh your home at Bruxford's Home Center, 405 Truman Road in Pella.
Welcome back to this edition of Pella Christian High School basketball on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Your colors of the game today presented by Michelle Gritter's Lex Photography. For Indianola, they're on the road purple uniforms with the white trim on those uniforms. For Pella Christian tonight, they are in the home white uniforms with the maroon trim, the maroon numbers, the maroon letters, and the gold outline on the numbers and the letters. That's our colors of the game presented by Michelle Gritter's Lux Photography, where your story becomes a masterpiece. Do want to remind our Indianola friends that are tuned in either on the Pella Christian YouTube channel or on the KRLS2 stream. There is the Indianola perspective on 94.3 KNIA. And a first-time trip over here to Eagle Lane for Jack McGonigal, our new Indianola guy, who take it over for Andrew Swadner, who left us about a week and a half ago now. And so Jack is taking over and his first trip here to Eagle Lane. So you can catch that perspective again over there on 94.3 KNIA. Now we'll look at our starting lineups presented by Mike and the Pella Real Estate Services team. And we'll start with the visitors from Indianola, who will be without their junior post Madison Grover tonight. They're going to line up like this. It's going to be a 5'7 junior guard, number 1, Alexa Geyer, a 5'8 senior guard, number 2, Lauren Olson, a 5'5 freshman guard, number 14, Amelia Paw, a 5'7" freshman guard, number 24, Julia McGraw, and a 5'11" sophomore forward, number 44, Eden Whitson. For Pella Christian, here's your starting lineup tonight, presented by Pella Real Estate Services. It's going to be 5'9" junior guard, number 10, Ashlyn Vermeer. 6'1" senior forward, number 11, Ava Breams. 5'10" senior forward, number 13, Addie Van Arendonk, or I was joking with her about this, Adeline Van Arendonk, who's a part of the homecoming court. She's one of the 5 nominees that were announced this afternoon. They released to Adeline. I'm like, Addie, I've never once called you Adeline. She goes, you should just do that tonight just to throw people off. So if Addie goes back and listens to it, Addie, there you go. Adeline Van Arendonk. Joining her in the starting lineup will be a 5'6" freshman guard, number 20, Finley Snyder, getting her first career start. And then also in the starting lineup is 5'10" junior forward, number 35, Rachel Keck-Marinsky. Those are your starting lineups presented by Pella Real Estate Services. They're a full-service brokerage with a lineup that includes...
You muted me. I couldn't give a quick response anyway, but includes short-term rentals, long-term rentals, residential sales activity, rental storage, HOA management, and commercial and land sales as well. So
make sure to call 628-1-BUY to contact Mike and the team at Pella Real Estate Services. Makes my life a little bit easier that you guys just have that kind of memorized there, because, you know, at the end of the day, you can't call me tomorrow being like, well, we missed something, because now it's just like
you're putting it on us.
I'm putting the spotlight on you guys. See what you remember about your own selves. But we have a lot of fun with that here on pregame coverage of Pella Christian basketball. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back for the opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply here in Pella. When we return, Pella Christian versus Indianola on KRLS2 and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Lance Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
You gave your kids a new puppy or kitten for Christmas. Let's make sure we take care of him. This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, and we have a new puppy and kitten program that provides the attention they need. It involves physical exams, vaccinations, diets, and most importantly, information for you, so that you can provide the best care for your new family member. Schedule your new puppy or kitten visit by calling Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
At Integrity Comfort Solutions, we've been your local, trusted experts on new construction, plumbing, heating, and cooling for over 50 years. We're excited to now offer service. Don't let a breakdown disrupt your comfort. Let our expert team get you back on track. Call us at 641-628-4093 or visit integrity-comfort.com and let our experts work for you. Integrity Comfort Solutions. Let's get comfortable.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish. That's Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front-end work, their no-appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
Vanderlinden Services is your trusted family-owned plumbing and HVAC business. I'm Austin Vanderlinden. Our team has years of experience and commitment to treating every customer like family, and our trusted technicians take pride in their work. Plus, we offer the best in York HVAC residential and commercial systems. Call me today for reliable, friendly service that you can trust. Vanderlinden Services, the best for the job.
Local is our heartbeat. Since 1935, Marion County Bank has backed local businesses with real relationships and real solutions. We've helped our neighbors buy their first or forever homes and delivered practical banking options that fit your story every step of the way. We invite you to celebrate local and bank local. Come see us today. Marion County Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back here on on KNIA, KRLS.com. It's been a minute since I've said that, so it's going to take me a second, but we'll get adjusted. But here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel, the Pella Christian girls basketball team set to wrap up a very busy week here on Eagle Lane as game number 3 of the week against the Indians of Indianola set to get underway here with our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella. Mike, final thoughts before we tip this game off?
Well, you mentioned it pregame here. A lot of pressure on this Pella Christian girls team with just a series of girls missing the rotation because of injuries. Just puts a lot more pressure on Rachel Kakmarinsky and Addie Van Arendonk. Rachel's got a double-double going for the season with 13.5 on points and 11.5 on rebounds. And Addie Van Arendonk, not far off of a double-double either. But when you had Jessa DeVries being the third chapter of that three-pronged scoring, it took a little more pressure off of those other two. So we're going to need some girls to take some shots and take some chances to help balance out our scoring and then just keep us out of foul trouble at the same time.
That we are. Here we go. Opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply is going to be controlled by the Indians after a couple of tips. Your opening tip is presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. Indianola coming out, moving the ball around as it swings over to Julia McGraw on the left wing into the short corner from Lauren Olson, able to get it to Whitson down low. Now Geyer on the attack. She'll kick it over to McGraw. Indianola still swinging the ball. And Addie Van Arendonk will get the steal. And in transition, Julia McGraw does a nice job to get back. Van Arendonk dribbles it off her leg out of bounds with two teams trade turnovers there as we played 30 seconds. 7:28 to go in the first quarter. And Pella Christian now going to apply some full court pressure. And the Indians are able to beat it. Whitson will give it up to McGraw. On the right wing, the ball swings now to the left wing. And back up top to the right wing over to Geyer. Geyer giving it up. Now it's inside for Olsen. She'll kick it out. Julia McGraw, left wing three. Nothing but net for Julia McGraw. And Indianola knocks down the first shot and takes a 3-0 lead over Pella Christian with 6:54 to go in the first quarter.
A couple new faces on the Indianola team from last year. The Julia McGraw, freshman on the team, 8.5 points team average, so she's filling a big gap on scoring from last year.
And the Eagles offense still trying to, I think, kind of get set up here. Indianola coming out in a 2-3 look.
It'll be interesting to see where Indianola's scoring comes from. A lot of the starters that are back from last year are down quite a bit on scoring, about 5 points on average per girl. So we'll see how they do scoring-wise.
Yeah, good ball movement there by the Eagles as Finley Snyder got a good look, but shot got blocked. And now on the other end, Geyer going to try a left wing three. No good, and Whitson's down with that board.
Whitson also new on the team this year as a sophomore. She wasn't on the roster last year, but brings some inside presence for him.
Yeah, she's had to take a bigger role with Maddie Grover being out of the lineup for Indianola. Geyer, a phenomenal multi-sport athlete for Indianola. Three-pointers off the mark by Amelia Paw. That one didn't connect on anything, but Indianola got the offensive rebound. Lauren Olson misses the runner from the left baseline. Rachel Kakmarinsky down with the board, and Ashlyn Vermeer attacks the basket and gives it up. Now Ava Bream's going to try the mid-range jumper from the left elbow, and Ava Breams knocks that one down and pulls Pella Christian back within 3-2. 5:38 to go in the first quarter.
Ava's one of those that can help with the scoring. She's maybe not off the dribble as much, but she's got a nice little spot shot from that mid-range that she's really good at.
Yeah, Indianola trying to beat the pressure. They're going to go inside for Whitson. And Ava Breams brought the arm down just a little too far.
Yeah,
commits the first foul on Pella Christian as a team.
Probably just need to be a little more straight up there instead of swatting at it. Officials are going to call that in most cases.
Yep, so Whitson will go to the line and make the first free throw. Let's take our first look at the Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard as you're listening to Pella Christian Basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS2 stream at KNIA, KRLS.com, Knoxville, Pella Newton, and KRLS HD2, Knoxville, Pella Newton. Everyone has a goal and inspiration or reason for being, whatever that is for you, Bank Iowa says.
Let's make it happen.
And we'll actually scratch that on the Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. We'll come back to that. Whitson made both free throws, and Pella Christian on their ensuing possession turns it over. And Alexa Geyer has it on the left wing for Indianola.
Looks like Indianola is going to make it difficult on passing in the lane. So,
and a sight for the Eagles there is Bryn Runner checking into the game. Whitson to the basket. Left-handed finish, no good. And Kakmarinsky down with the board. She'll kick to Finley Snyder, who did a nice job to keep her foot inside the line. The give and go between Snyder and Van Arendonk led to a good look at the basket for Snyder, but just could not connect.
Just a quick one there with the rim right aside of her when she got the ball. So not an easy shot, but good give and go by Addie.
Yeah, it's McGraw looking as the ball swings over to Paw. Now back out, McGraw, right wing three, no good. Rebounded by Van Arendonk. So Indianola, after knocking down the first three of the game for them, have not been able to connect since. Snyder was looking in for Van Arendonk, and Lauren Olson did a nice job to take away the passing lane and forces an Eagles turnover. And Geyer going to try a left wing three on the other end, and that one will be off the mark, and the rebound will go to Snyder. Kakmarinsky bringing the ball up the court, kicks to Van Arendonk. To a cutting Kakmarinsky to the basket and fouled by Whitson. And that's what you got to do if you're the Eagles, is try to get that advantage. You do have the advantage inside. You can take advantage.
A little correction PC is going to need to adjust to as this game goes on. There's 4 times in a row they've come down and either driven down into the right side or passed down into the corner. Just everything becomes a lot more predictable if you're only using half the court. So they just need to attack both ways, and especially left right now.
Yeah, Whitson, after her first foul and Indianola's first foul of the game, checks out. Kakmarinsky makes the first free throw. Bryn Runner in for Finley Snyder. And also into the game for Indianola was Hadley Erickson coming in. So Pella Christian really has the size advantage right now. So you got to take advantage of that on the offensive end as Ashlyn Ramirez whistled for the block.
Oh, they had a good potential trap there. Just needed to move her feet and leave the hands off. I think they might have got the steal, but she reached in just enough to get called for a foul.
Absolutely. So Indianola sets up here. Ball at the high post. Now it'll swing around to McGraw. She'll go inside for Olsen. Back out for McGraw. And the ball swings over to Erickson. Inside, Geyer. Indianola with some good ball movement here.
PC with some good defense. Just good movement there. Nice steal by Pella Christian.
Yeah, Bryn Runner, who I mentioned, comes into the game. Throws it over the top for Breams. Her bounce pass to Van Arendonk is tied up by McGraw. Everything just got a little congested there for the Eagles as pass kind of led Breams right over into Van Arendonk's space. And Kakmarinsky was able to get it inside for Van Arendonk. And before a jump ball, John Mum's going to take a 30-second Pella Motors timeout. At Pella Motors, you'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee.
That was a good timeout. 5 minutes in. Looked like we might have lost the ball there if he wouldn't have called that. So that was a good timeout. Only down 1 at this point in the first quarter. So good start for the Eagles.
Absolutely. That leads us to a game reset. Wired by Center Point Electric. It's Pella Christian 4, Indianola 5, 2:52 to go in the first quarter. Eagles have committed 2 team fouls, Indianola with 1. That's a game reset wired by Center Point Electric, where they're wired for excellence. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. The Eagles down 4 of their top 5 guards coming into the night, and they're hanging right with Indianola here in the first quarter. Again, that's in case you missed it. Presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Ava Breams getting the inbound. Goes to Ashlyn Vermeer in the corner. Open look at a three. Too strong. But right to Addie Van Arendonk, who lays it in. And Pella Christian on top. 6-5. 2:39 to go in the opening frame. Alexa Geyer sets up Indianola offensively. To McGraw. Now out top. Ball goes to Erickson. Back to Geyer. Geyer over to McGraw. McGraw puts it on the ground. Her mid-range jumper no good, and then Lauren Olsen's shot thrown up off the support, no good.
Yeah, I was going to make a comment. You talked about all those guards that we have out, but earlier in the season I would have critiqued and said, why are we playing Rachel Kack outside? But actually with some of those guards getting injured, she's able to play outside and give us some depth at the guard position while other girls move into the inside that are pretty good.
Oh, and so Ashlyn Vermeer had a turnover, threw the ball away, and then Hadley Erickson went to the basket, and Rachel Kagmarinsky two-hand rejected that shot, and in transition, the Eagles now set up offensively. And Ashlyn Vermeer is whistled for a travel. So the Eagles, there's one thing that you got to make an adjustment on right now. It's just cleaning up some of the turnovers. It's the fifth one already for Pella Christian.
Yeah.
As Lauren Olsen and Hadley
I do like how we're playing. Ashlyn's playing a lot of minutes here early and just being aggressive and playing good defense and trying to get some shots off. But
absolutely. Whitson's back into the game for Indianola with Leah Graham, Erickson, and Olsen getting a breather. As Whitson, nice backdoor feed to Leah Graham.
Gotta be a little more aware of that backside player.
Yeah,
nice cut to the rim by Indianola.
Yeah, that's the first field goal of the game for Indianola since the second possession. Ashlyn Vermeer sets up the offense. Bryn Runner up top, back to Vermeer. Corner for Kagmarinsky, to the short corner for Van Arendonk, to Breams inside. And Breams, they're gonna say, was fouled by McGraw.
Good start to the game by Ava Breams. She's played plenty of minutes the last couple of years, so stepping into the starting role is not a big stretch for her at all. She's very capable.
Absolutely, and Breams knocks down the first free throw. Olivia DeHaan into the game for Bryn Runner. Good to see Bryn getting some run out there.
Yep.
And Breams knocks down the second one. So Pella Christian knots things up 7-7 between they and Indianola. Ball goes inside for Whitson. She'll kick it out. Alexa Geyer, left wing three off front iron, no good. And Kagmarinsky down with the board. She's looking to race ahead. She'll go to the basket, just a touch too strong, out of bounds off of Pella Christian.
Good take there by Rachel. We need her to take shots as this game goes on. So coast to coast, she gets the rebound, goes coast to coast, just couldn't quite finish it.
Yeah, and it's a good look, but she did have some teammates there too on the backside that I think the defense wasn't as aware of, which would have been nice to see. As Whitson went to the basket and is fouled by Ava Breams. And the big issue with that one is that's going to be number 2 on Breams.
Yeah, she rolled her hand across the top and got a lot of ball, but I see the officials indicating that she got her arm.
Yeah, Whitson now 3 of 3 at the free throw line. And Coach Mumm leaving Breams out there with those 2 fouls here in the first quarter. 26.9 to play in the first quarter. Whitson makes it 4 for 4. And it's 9-8 Indianola leading as Pella Christian nearly turns the ball over. But Kagmarinsky able to run it down and save the possession.
They come with a double team and Rachel Kack just steps right through it and starts dribbling.
And a great job as Addie Van Arendonk finds Ava Breams underneath the basket. Breams has some fancy footwork and ball handling, able to get the bucket to go. And then the half-court heave there by, I believe that was Julia McGraw, comes up short. 10-9, Pella Christian leads Indianola after a quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. Back after this on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
At Element Siding and Windows, we do it right the first time. Hi, I'm Andrew Thomason, owner of Element. We're locally owned and proud to have the same dedicated team on every project, the same faces you'll see from start to finish, no random subcontractors. We don't leave your project until it is complete and you are completely satisfied. Your details and your budget matter to us, and we'll work with you to bring your vision to life. You have a dream, we'll make it happen. Find us on Facebook at Element Siding and Windows.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish. That's Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
Welcome back here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Pella Christian leads Indianola 10-9 after one quarter. Start of the second quarter here on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard inside the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth. We also have Pella at DCG, Norwalk versus Oskaloosa, and Clark versus Knoxville tonight. That's our area games on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank, with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher Dallas. Are serving you and building community across the county. Was Lauren Olson misses a shot to start off the quarter. Now Alexa Geyer, a deep right wing three, no good. Rebounded by Addie Van Arendonk.
Well, I don't know what Romeo to rebound is, but that's what Indianola's coach had written on the clipboard. That's the only thing he said. He came in late to the conversation, and that's the set offensive play or whatever it is that they want them to play when they come back in. But they were just trying to do a basic zone buster, basically. I don't know if that's what that indicates. But
yeah, tough look for Rachel Kekmarinsky off the mark as Elena Hertigan into the game for Ashlyn Vermeer now. And Julia McGraw setting up the Indianola offense. Paw inside for Geyer. Out to McGraw. Her pass nearly taken away by Van Arendonk, but Olsen able to re-secure the possession. McGraw over to Paw. Geyer back to McGraw. McGraw looking inside for Whitson. Out to Paw, nothing there. Now Olsen gonna try a three from the left corner. And Lauren Olsen puts Indianola back on top, 12-10, 6.5 to play in the second frame.
Maybe it's Romeo to Red. Red might be their full court press, but bad decision.
Rachel Kekmarinsky picked the ball up there and got stuck in.
Dribbled up into the corner and picked up the ball. Kind of a double no-no.
Yeah. Looks like she's just kind of talking with her teammates, trying to figure some things out here. Coach Mumm calling that the full Pella Motors timeout here to talk things over. Game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric. 6:19 to go in the second quarter. Indianola with a 12-10 lead. No fouls on either team in the quarter. For Pella Christian, it's 2 fouls on Ava Breams, 1 on Ashlyn Vermeer, 1 on Julia McGraw, and 1 on Eden Whitson for Indianola. Again, that's your game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric. And in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. A strong first quarter for Ava Breams. Had the Eagles leading at the end of the first quarter. She had 6 of the Eagles' 10. They led it 10-9. Indianola has since added a 3 to make it 12-10. But a strong first quarter by Ava Breams, in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
I think Indianola right now, PC stays in this zone. They're just trying to run a girl baseline and have somebody flashing into the lane. And they're just trying to quicken the movement of the ball. From everything I could tell from what we just saw and what they just talked about in timeout again. And then they're trying to get into their full court press. I think it's red, which is their press.
Yeah, Finley Snyder and Ashlyn Vermeer back into the game for Hertigan and DeHaan. Snyder able to beat the press and give to Vermeer. Vermeer, short corner for Breams. Nothing there, though. Alexa Geyer doing a nice job to run Addie Van Arendonk off the block. Breams' pass got knocked away by Whitson, and it's an Eagles turnover. In transition, it's Paw starting off for Indianola. The ball continues to move. Geyer to the right wing. Back up top to Paw. Back to Geyer, back to Paul, now over to McGraw. Pass into the post for Whitson is tipped.
I'm surprised that Whitson's been getting touches in that low post, and with Ava Breams with 2 fouls, she just needs to turn and go right at her, and she's not. She's kicking it back out, so playing in our favor that way.
Yeah, Lauren Olson drives to the basket, and the Eagles defense surrounds her, but it doesn't matter as Olson able to power it up and in and make it a 14-10 Indianola lead as Ashlyn Vermeer with it, giving it up to Finley Snyder. Snyder able to get it across half court and able to find Rachel Kekmarinsky. Over the right wing, Ashlyn Vermeer, a wide open look for 3 off back iron, no good. Pingles Home Store Instant Radio update. Norwalk girls basketball 22, Oskaloosa 3 at the end of the first quarter.
Good closeout defense there by Ashlyn.
Ball up top for Julia McGraw. Lauren Olson at the elbow. Now the ball will swing to Geyer. Geyer into Whitson. Cross court to Paw. Paw left wing 3. No good. Rebounded by Kekmarinsky.
If we get anything on that backside and Kekmarinsky's there, she's going to pick it up.
Ava Breams is open for a minute. Addie Van Arendonk just a little late finding her. And now Olson in transition steps through and she'll lay it in. And Indianola quickly has extended the lead to 6, 16-10. 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Pella Christian able to get the ball over half court, but then they throw it away. Get it right back. And it goes inside for Van Arendonk, and she'll be fouled by McGraw, which will be her second and the team's first of the quarter.
I was fortunate we forced that turnover to come back our way. We've had a little bit of a bad streak here since the start of the second quarter.
Van Arendonk's first free throw is off the mark.
Thus far, Indianola bringing more traps and pressing has been messing with our rhythm a bit here.
Yeah, Leah Graham back into the game for Indianola for McGraw. Van Arendonk too strong on the second free throw. So score remains 10-16 in favor of Indianola with 4:15 to play in the second quarter. And it's Graham with the basketball. Now Paw over to Graham, able to get it to Olson. And Kekmarinsky will just rip it right out of Olson's hand. Looking inside for Addie Van Arendonk. Ball got poked right to Finley Snyder. Right place, right time. Should knock down the 10-footer from the right baseline. And Pella Christian trailing by just 4 now, 16-12. 3:45 to go in the second.
After a 7-0 run, that was a big shot for the freshman to hit for us.
Olson's short jump shot from about 5 feet is no good. And Kekmarinsky bringing it up here for the Eagles. She'll drive. She went to the basket and lost the ball on the way up. Geyer setting up Indianola's offense. It's Graham. Driving, nothing there. Now it's going to be Geyer from the left wing for 3. That one in and out. And Kekmarinsky slowly walking the ball up the court here. The Eagles try to set up. Go to the high post for Breams. Inside for Van Arendonk, and it's a turnover. And a timeout taken here by Indianola.
Well, they're doubling down on Addie, and Ava's wide open. She just needed to take that shot from 8 to 10 feet. That's a good shot for her.
Yeah, 30-second timeout. It's an urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center. Pella Christian needs to get a stop here. Right now, offense been very hard to come by. Just 2 points in the first 5 minutes of the second quarter here. Gotta continue to play really aggressive on the defensive end and trying to limit Indianola. Don't allow them to build this lead up. Kind of like happened the other night against Dallas Inter Grimes, where you were in it in that first quarter, but just couldn't really stop the bleeding in the second quarter. Indianola hasn't hurt you in the second quarter here, but you can't allow them to do it.
Yeah, I think it's a good rotation. They got Breams coming out and Runner coming in for a few minutes here, but it looked like Breams was doing her best to try to stay out of foul trouble with that third foul, but it just starting to open up things a little too much on the inside with girls being able to finish some easier shots. But
yeah, Elena Hertigan also back in for Ashlyn Vermeer. That's our urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center. If you need urgent health care today, be seen today at Pella Regional Walk-In Clinics in Pella, Knoxville, or Ottumwa. Visit PellaHealth.org for hours or wait times. Whitson in the high post, cross court to Paw. Now Geyer over to Olsen. Olsen gets an open look from 3, no good, and Van Arendonk is down with the board. Pingles Home Store Instant Radio update. Dallas Center Grimes 15, Pella 13 at the end of the first quarter. As Addie Van Arendonk gets a wide open look underneath the basket and lays it in. Pella Christian back within 2, 16-14, 2:06 to go in the second quarter.
Well, Geyer and Olsen, the two guards, they're coming out to guard to take away shots, but number 14, Pugh or Paw? Paw, the freshman, they're letting her alone. She's only 3.2 points per game on the season, so they're giving her space, and she's not taking the shot.
Yeah, Julia McGraw and Paw come back into the game for Geyer and Graham. McGraw inbounds, it's wide open. Hadley Erickson off the mark, no good. And the rebound ends up in the hands of Finley Snyder.
Nice tip there by Van Arendonk out of her hands.
Yeah, Bryn Runner with the basketball. She's surveying. Cross court to Elena Herdigan. Herdigan gonna try the right wing 3! And Elena Herdigan burying the triple, puts Pella Christian back in front, 17-16.
We've seen that before, haven't we?
That we have.
Elena's hit some big threes this season. Not many shots she's taken, but she canned another one, so nice job.
Yeah, how about tonight's Randall Roofing Raise the Roof moment of the game? When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Elena Herdigan triple puts Pella Christian back in front here. Pass inside for Whitson, knocked away by Kakmarinsky. Ball over to Julia McGraw on the wing. She'll drive in, high off the glass, shot no good, rebounded by Bryn Runner.
Forced Indianola to get down inside of 5 seconds there. So just forcing a little bit more of a shot. So great defense by PC.
Yeah, Kakmarinsky forces the pass inside to Van Arendonk, and he gets tipped, and it's an 11th Eagles turnover as the ball finds its way inside for Whitson. She gets the friendly roll, and Indianola back in front, 18-17, with 30 seconds to play in the first half. Hurd again with the ball inside for Van Arendonk. Van Arendonk working on Whitson, shot no good. Eagles wanted a foul, didn't get it on the Van Arendonk miss, and Whitson loses the ball out of bounds.
Oh, I don't know. I think Addie might have touched that one, but still went the PC way.
As I say, I think right now
Indianola fans didn't agree with that one, but
as I say, I think right now you got disagreements on both sides of the court. Pella Christian thought that there was a foul on the last one on Olsen. And Olsen got a steal. Her shot from the mid-range is no good. Bryn Runner dribbling it into the front court. Half-court heave is off the mark. So Pella Christian hanging right there with Indianola, trailing 17-18 at the half. We'll step aside and we'll be back for the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show after this on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
You only get to retire once, but the team at Lighton Investment Services has been helping clients prepare for and navigate retirement every day for the past 30 years. Both Tyler Klein and Mick Snyder are certified financial planning professionals who have helped hundreds of clients move toward their financial goals. Don't try to do it alone. Give us a call at 641-628-1021 to schedule a 30-minute Ask Anything session to see how we might be able to help you towards your retirement goals.
Securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer member, FINRA/SIPC, not FDIC insured. No bank guarantee, may lose value, not a deposit, not insured by any federal government agency.
There's a place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and Dutch architecture providing a classic old-world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengraat. The Molengraat is home to some of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
At Lely, we continue to provide the latest innovations for the dairy industry. Our robotic milking systems put more milk in the tank with less effort. Our robotic feeding systems provide optimal feed efficiency for a healthy and productive herd. And we have a line of innovative barn products that create an animal-friendly environment focused on the cow's well-being and comfort. Lely, a worldwide pioneer in dairy farm automation, with our North American headquarters right here in Pella, is proud to be part of the community.
The perfect way to start your morning is to head to Scooter's Coffee in Pella. Treat yourself to a rich salted caramel latte, a smooth iced cold brew, or the craveable sea salt caramel blender iced latte. Pair it with a French toasty breakfast sandwich for the perfect start. So swing through Scooter's Coffee in Pella and sip happy all day. Your drive-through stop for flavor, energy, and smiles is Scooter's Coffee in Pella. Amazing drinks, amazing people, amazingly fast.
At the Cardinal gas station at Two Rivers Cooperative in Pella, we now have a diesel blender pump with 5 different options available. Now through March, you can select straight number 1 diesel or choose from 4 different blends of number 1 and number 2 to get the right mix to keep your diesel vehicle from gelling during our cold Iowa winter. Look for our diesel blender pump at the Cardinal gas station at Two Rivers Cooperative in Pella.
The home and field advantage, Two Rivers Co-op.
Rev up your ride with unbeatable deals at PellaMotors.com. We're dealing so you can drive away happy. Don't miss out on our incredible offers on Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. Find your perfect ride at PellaMotors.com.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game.
Stoltz gives it to Flagel. Flagel drives. What a move by Gilbert Flagel to get to the basket. Give it our Randall Roofing. Raise the roof moment of the game as Flagel with the step.
Randy Jarzambek here, owner of Randall Roofing. Randall Roofing is your full-service roofing and gutter contractor specializing in replacements, new construction, and repairs in South Central Iowa. We partner with CertainTeed to elevate your home's protection using industry-leading technologies.
The season at Vandenberg's Greenhouse has ended, and they want to thank everyone for making this year fantastic. They met many new friends and saw many old friends and customers again this year. Vandenberg's Greenhouse is now closed for a few months. They are looking forward to the new season in 2026. So even though they are closed, Russ and Becky Vandenberg are busy getting ready for opening in late February or early March, and of course their spring open house. Keep listening for the spring opening date and to hear about some exciting additions coming to Vandenberg's Greenhouse. From all your friends at Vandenberg's Greenhouse, they hope you have a safe and happy winter. 1405 Highway 5 Albia, Vandenberg's Greenhouse. Always worth the short drive.
Welcome back to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, there are no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean Ward and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. First, take a look at the Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard here. At the half, Pella Christian trails Indianola 18-17. Pella trailing Dallas Center Grimes 15-13 after 1 quarter, and Norwalk girls basketball dominating Oskaloosa 22-3 at the end of the first quarter. That's the Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Now we look at our halftime stuff. Let's go inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. And what I've got so far in terms of the scoring, Lauren Olson 7 points, Julia McGraw 3, Eden Whitson with 6, and Leah Graham with 2 for Indianola. And then for Pella Christian, 2 points for Rachel Kekmarinsky, 4 for Addie Van Arendonk, 6 for Ava Breams, 2 for Finley Snyder, 3 for Elena Herdigan. And that's inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber, which leads me into our second half adjustments, Mike. When we look at the inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber, there where every home gets a gig. Join today at PellaFiber.com. And if you're telling me, if you're Coach Mum, that you're coming into this game against a talented Indianola squad that just beat Pella on Tuesday night, and you're going to walk in here and Rachel Kekmarinsky and Addie Van Arendonk are going to combine for 6 points in the first half, and you don't have a lot of your key guards that you started the season with in the lineup. And oh, by the way, you're going to turn the ball over 11 times to Indianola's 5. And you're only down 1 at the half. I think he would take that result right there. I think you got to clean up the turnovers and then just scheme up some ways to get Rachel and Addie some easier looks.
Yeah, well said there. To hold Indianola to 18 points in the half. Indianola's lowest scoring game all season is 39 points, and they did it against Oskaloosa of all teams. But so to hold them to 18 on a pace to potentially in the 30s, that's a huge deal. So game plan wise, you can tell they've got some very intentional things that they're doing and they're putting into play, and it's really giving Indianola some fits here on the scoring end. So they can't let up on that at all. I mean, we have to hold them low here to have a game that we could potentially win. So offensively, though, I think the one big thing that's noticeable is and maybe it's because we're losing one more of our guards, but feels like Rachel Kack is playing a little bit more outside than what she's traditionally done, where she's gotten into some of her scoring sequences in games. Not that she can't shoot it from the outside, but 80% of her points are coming more inside the paint. So it'll be interesting to see if we do some things differently offensively to get Rachel Kack a few more shots a little closer to the basket. But right now she's trying to do a lot of it off the dribble, and she's drawing a lot of double teams and even triple teams trying to do that. And then there's just a lot of congestion trying to make an extra pass. But yeah, just if we have just a few things go our way offensively and we can still continue to play defense like we're doing, this could be an interesting second half and an opportunity for Pella Christian to beat a really good Indianola team.
That it would be, and again, that's our second half adjustments presented by the Young Door Service. If it's time for a new garage door for your home or business, stop and see the gurus of garage doors at their new showroom at 908 Roosevelt Road, just west of Pella Christian High School. Quick note on Who's Always Open, presented by Anytime Fitness. Well, in the first half, that was Ava Breams, perfect from the field, 2 of 2. And then perfect at the free throw line, 2 of 2, 6 points. That's Who's Always Open, presented by Anytime Fitness, the 24/7 gym that fits your lifestyle, your fitness, your way, Anytime Fitness. You've been listening to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, there are no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. We'll be right back after this on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Get Indianola 18, Pella Christian 17 at the intermission.
Hearthstone and Pella is looking for CNAs and nurses for first, second, and third shifts, and they're eager to invest in you. There's a healthy shift differential for evening and overnight CNAs and nurses, plus a sign-on bonus for both full-time and part-time. This could be a perfect opportunity for a student looking for evening or weekend work, as Hearthstone also offers tuition reimbursement for higher education. To learn more or to apply, visit wesleylife.org/Hearthstone and click Join Our Team.
At Pella Insurance, they strive to provide you with bend-over-backward service to protect your home, auto, business, farm, life, and health. Pella Insurance is a local independent agency that has been serving the Pella community for over 30 years with a mission to provide you with a more holistic approach to your insurance needs. With access to a multitude of industry-leading carriers, they are focused on assisting their customers with protecting and maximizing their assets, resources, and opportunities. Call Pella Insurance at 628-9235.
Win winter with the Toro Power Clear Single Stage Snowblower that is loaded with power in a compact size. They are easily maneuverable and clear snow down to the pavement. Get your power clear at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment in Pella. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
Weather any storm with the Toro Flex Force electric snowblower that has the most powerful 60-volt battery in its class. Plus, you get the same rugged construction as Toro's gas-powered models. Get your Flex Force snowblower at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Welcome back here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Out of the half, it's Pella Christian basketball. Rachel Kegmarinsky to the short corner for Addie Van Aradonk. Inside for Ava Breams. Nice footwork and nice ball fakes. And Ava Breams powers it up and in from the left side, and Pella Christian takes a 19-18 lead. Less than 30 seconds into the second half.
Very determined there. She kept the ball up high, and she was persistent. She was going to get that shot off.
Yeah, ball with Whitson over to Geyer. And then Olsen goes right back to Geyer. Paw on the left wing. She'll kick to Geyer. Into the short corner, she was looking for Olsen. And Addie Van Arendonk was right there to force the turnover, but then Rachel Kegmarinsky went to put the ball on the ground, and I think it was Paw who jumped in front of her and forced her to shuffle the feet. So Indianola getting the ball right back. Paw on the left wing. She'll throw it cross court to McGraw. McGraw going to try the right wing three. And Julia McGraw knocking down the first triple for herself since the early first quarter. As the Eagles now trying to beat the press of Indianola. Able to get it ahead to Finley Snyder, who nearly had the ball poked away from behind.
Oh.
And Kegmarinsky was, I think, a little indecisive there and jumped and traveled before she could get it to Ashlyn Vermeer. So Indianola with this 21-19 lead over Pella Christian, 6:40 to go in the third quarter. Casey Mister presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Next Friday's homecoming, and the homecoming court here at Pella Christian has been announced. We'll get you that here in a second as Lauren Olson misses the jumper. And Pella Christian in transition is Finley Snyder with the basketball. Rachel Kegmarinsky, cross court to Ashlyn Vermeer. Now to the post for Addie Van Arendonk. Kegmarinsky down the lane and unable to get the shot to go. And in transition, Paw goes to the basket, no good. And Whitson knocks it out of bounds. Again, we mentioned in case you missed it, so your homecoming court for Pella Christian, obviously King and Queen will be decided next week, but your Queen candidates are Bailey Voss, Kate Brofhart, Lexi Terpstra, Sydney Bruxford, and Addie Van Arendonk. The King candidates are Liam Zula, Toby Belzer, Ben Van Weingarten, Paxton Bauma, and Devin Runner. And a Pella Christian turnover results in a Julia McGraw three-pointer as Indianola jumps ahead 24-19, 5:45 to go in the third quarter. That's in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
And Pella Christian nearly turning the ball over there, able to maintain the possession as Geyer couldn't keep it in. And Vermeer going to check out of the game with Bryn Runner coming back in.
Coach recognizing needed to make a little bit of a change there, trying to break Indianola's press. We've been breaking down several times in a row.
Good pass by Runner there to Finley Snyder. She'll go inside for Addie Van Arendonk to the basket. And Addie Van Arendonk puts it into a 6-0 Indianola run. Pulls Pella Christian back within 3, 24-21. 7:16 to go in the third.
As rough as that stretch just was, we're still only down 3 points, so it's got to keep defending.
And Whitson goes to the basket, and her shot is off the mark. And Kegmarinsky in transition was looking for Runner in the corner, but she threw the pass too low. Pass ahead to Paw. Kegmarinsky comes back, and in a 3-on-1, Kegmarinsky the last one to touch it there.
Just fortunate they missed that shot. So again, another turnover that resulted in almost a run out.
Yeah, and Pella Christian, I don't think was ready for the inbounds pass. Julia McGraw, luckily for them, missed the three. Is Bryn Runner going to try the short-range jumper? No, but Addie Van Arendonk down with the offensive board.
When Indianola presses, it leaves them exposed on the backside. So it's nice. Kegmarinsky found Runner. Runner found Van Arendonk, or took a shot. Quickly took a shot before Indianola could reset their defense.
Well, you want to know the really nice thing for Pella Christian about the foul that Addie Van Arendonk just drew? Unfortunately, she misses the free throw. That was the third on Julia McGraw, who is the leading scorer for this Indianola team right now, and it's been the bright spot offensively, 9 of the 24 points. And so Hadley Erickson now checks in.
Yeah, and it's one more of their guard options, right?
Yeah. Kyla Runner checks in to play with older sister Brett. I think this is the first time we've had both of them on the court this season. As Addie Van Arendonk made it a 1-for-2 trip at the line, and it's now 24-22. Pella Christian trailing with 4.5 to play here in the third quarter. Hadley Erickson over to Alexa Geyer. Her three from the right wing is good, and Geyer knocks down her first of 6 attempts from behind the arc tonight. Puts Indianola back up 5, 27-22.
Every time we get close, they hit one more of those threes.
Time a runner to Ava Breams. Defense collapses. Breams just tosses it up, and it's intercepted by Indianola, and then Indianola throws it right back over. So the 7th turnover for Indianola, the 16th for the Eagles.
And we've had that a lot where, fortunately, we give a turnover, but Indianola gives it right back. So they're helping our cause. We just got to keep breaking this press.
You have Kagmarinsky with the ball. Cross court to Bryn Runner. Runner picked up the dribble. Able to get it to Rachel Kagmarinsky. Left wing 3 is off the back iron. No good, and rebounded by Whitson. And now it's Paw. Over to Geyer. Going to try the right wing 3 again. That one also not going to go as Van Arendonk down with the board.
PC's got to get a hand in her face, make that shot a little harder.
Nice job by Bryn Runner to find Ava Breams. Ava Breams has got 10 and pulls Pella Christian back within 3, 27-24, 3:22 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Find your shooters, close them out.
Yeah, pass to Whitson, nearly got knocked away by Kyla Runner, but Whitson still able to grab it and still able to get to the basket and lay it in, 29-24, and Indianola back on top by 5. Bryn Runner and Kagmarinsky able to get it across half court, and a pass to Kyla Runner is intercepted, and then Rachel Kagmarinsky forces another Indianola turnover on the fast break. Kagmarinsky, long mid-range jumper, no. Kyla Runner has the ball poked away from behind, and then a jump ball. And it'll go to Indianola, so another turnover there for the Eagles. Zelena Hertigan checks back in for Bryn Runner. And a timeout, a Pella Motors timeout taken by Coach Jeff Jansen in Indianola. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll stick right here. Again, in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Your homecoming court for next Friday night. Queen candidates Bailey Voss, Kate Brofhart, Lexi Terpstra, Sydney Bruxford, and Addie Van Arendonk. And the King candidates, Liam Zula, Toby Belzer, Ben Van Weingarten, Paxton Bauma, Devin Runner. That is in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
And then game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric. 2:41 to go in the 3rd quarter. Pella Christian trailing Indianola 29-24. One foul in the quarter on Julia McGraw of Indianola, which was her 3rd. That's your game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric. Marion County Bank radio scoreboard takes us to some Pingles Home Store Insta radio updates. Norwalk 40, Oskaloosa 3 at halftime. And then Dallas Center Grimes leading Pella 37-23 at the half. And that's the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Nothing from Knoxville Clark yet, as they start about a half hour after all the Little Hawkeye Conference games there in the South Central Conference. Here in the Element Sighting and Windows radio broadcast booth, Tyler Crabb, Mike Bouquet with you for all of tonight's action, as Indianola will bring the ball to the floor following the Pella Motors timeout, and Hadley Erickson will run the point. Ball to Geyer, into the post for Whitson, working against Breams, spins, and threw it up too long. Kagmarinsky down with the board.
Well, those misses are big because Indianola backs off on the press beside, so offense leads to a little easier, or good defense can lead to a little easier offense for the Pella Christian Eagles.
Yeah, pass goes cross court to Hurt again. The Eagles struggling here offensively to find some space as Kagmarinsky goes to the basket. Her shot no good, but able to find Kyla Runner. Kagmarinsky going to try again from the elbow this time, and Geyer is down with the board this time. Kind of feels like Rachel maybe just pressing the issue just a little too much right at the moment.
Those balls normally drop a little quicker for her, so she's not used to that.
Yeah, Whitson in the post. She goes up, and her shot no good again.
Clearly going inside with Whitson here the last several times down the court.
Yeah, Kagmarinsky with the basketball out top. To the wing for Runner. Into the corner for Van Arendonk. She's surveying, looking underneath to Kegmarinsky. Rachel is looking at Addie just like, wasn't much of a lane there as Leah Graham checks into the game for Whitson. Kegmarinsky looking for someone to inbound the ball to. Able to get it into Herdigan. Herdigan shot blocked from behind. In transition, it's Geyer, double team. Able to get it out to Olsen, three-pointer off the front iron. And then she will foul Herdigan on the loose ball.
Herdigan just some, even though that turnover happened in her space, she did a nice job of getting back and doubling down on a girl inside and then closing out on the three and then eventually getting the rebound beside. So.
Yeah, Kyla Runner able to get it inbounded to Kegmarinsky. And now stuck, able to find Ava Breams. Did a nice job outletting there. And Breams now going to try the right wing three. That one's no good, off the mark. That's the first miss of the night for Ava. Wilson in transition, going to find Geyer.
Still has a green light to shoot in my book.
Oh, 100%. Geyer to the right elbow, kicks it over to Erickson. Erickson looking to drive, kicks it out to Geyer. Geyer, left side drive. Nothing there. Now it's Paul on the
7.
right wing.
Inside of 5.
Geyer steps to her right, puts up the three, no good. Rebounded by Kekmarinsky. Geyer has yet to attempt the two as Paul pokes the ball away from Kekmarinsky. And able to find Hadley Erickson underneath, who will lay it in before the clock, and they say it goes.
Where was all the help? We had 4 girls up on the offensive end, and Rachel Kack trying to clean it up by herself.
Yep, so Indianola takes a 31-24 lead at the end of the third quarter as Pella Christian struggling to find the offense here in the second and third quarters. We'll take a timeout here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Back after this. YouTube channel back after.
As winter sports season shifts into high gear, have Raceway Tire and Exhaust team up with you with a set of Firestone tires. Check out the Firestone Destination lineup tires. Whether you drive a truck or SUV, there's a Firestone Destination tire just right for you. And Raceway Tire and Exhaust is your complete auto care center from bumper to bumper. No matter what your vehicle needs, take it to Raceway Tire and Exhaust in Knoxville.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust.
We got what you need
to get you on the go.
Looking for a bank account that works as hard as you do? With Sensible Checking from Bank Iowa, whatever you are spending your money on, we'll pay you for. At 10 cents cash back for each qualifying debit card purchase, you will earn cash back of $1 for every 10 qualifying debit card transactions. You'll also enjoy free online banking, bill pay, and a free debit card. And with no monthly service charge, you can swipe your heart out. Spend money, make money. Learn more at bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. In case you missed it, Pella Christian struggling to take care of the basketball and put up points here. Just 24 points entering the fourth quarter, and they trail Indianola 31-24. Got to find something as the ball goes inside for Rachel Kekmarinsky, and she'll get tied up, and the ball will go to Indianola. But again, that's in case you missed it. Presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
A little switch there. They had Rachel Kack a little bit more inside, trying to get her involved here with the scoring.
It's going to be a Paul looking inside for Whitson. Now cross court, she's going to throw it to Julia McGraw. And McGraw will give it up top to Geyer. Inside it goes short corner for Olsen. She'll kick it out to Geyer. Now Paul going to try a three from the right wing. No good, but Julia McGraw is there for the rebound. And then Geyer inside, lost it. Poked away out of bounds by Pella Christian.
They continue to leave Paul open on the perimeter. She's not a high shooting percentage player, so wise choice.
Yeah, we do have a Pingles Home Story Still Radio update. Knoxville and Clark apparently at halftime. And it's 33 Clark, 12 Knoxville. Lauren Olsen gets an open look at three from the left corner, no good. but it's another offensive rebound as Alexa Geyer is there, and Geyer is fouled by Snyder. It's first on Snyder, first on Pella Christian in the quarter. Here inside the Element Siding and Windows radio broadcast booth, Tyler Crabb, Mike Bouquet with you. As Whitson will give it up to McGraw. Back inside for Whitson. She'll power it up over the top of Breams and gets it to go. Eden Whitson puts Indianola up 9. Largest lead either way at 33-24.
PC's going to have to lock down defensively to get back in this game.
Kagmarinsky kicks short corner. Ava Breams can't connect from the 15-foot range there. So McGraw brings it up for Indianola. Pella Christian with 6:24 to go in the fourth quarter, trailing by their largest deficit at 9. As Geyer from the left wing kicks to Paul. Cross court to McGraw. McGraw short, and Finley Snyder is down with the offensive rebound, or with the defensive rebound, excuse me. Kagmarinsky kicking to Vermeer. Inside ball goes for Ava Breams. Breams nothing there. Now Vermeer to Kagmarinsky, and she'll be fouled by Olsen.
It's a good take by Rachel Kack. She's got to have a nose for the rim right now.
Yeah, it's the second foul on Olsen. The first on Indianola in the quarter. Ashlyn Vermeer had the ball poked away from her. Able to find Kagmarinsky. Over to Finley Snyder. Left wing 3. Off front iron. No good.
Oh.
And out of bounds off of Kagmarinsky. The Eagles disagree.
She had the hands on it and it was poked out. I would say that went the wrong way. And I am biased, but it was poked out by Indianola.
As I say, two Indianola. My general philosophy there is if there's two Indianola, one Pella Christian's more than likely out on the 2 than the 1. But Pella Christian will force a turnover on the other end. And Kagmarinsky ahead to Van Arendonk. Van Arendonk will lay it in.
Quick transition there by Rachel Kack, and Van Arendonk took off. So nice stop and transition.
Yeah, ball goes to the short corner for Lauren Olsen. Her shot altered by Addie Van Arendonk, and then Indianola throwing it out of bounds. Turnover for the Indians there.
All right, a little momentum Pella Christian's way, but here comes Indianola's press again.
Yeah, and if you're Pella Christian, you've got to find a way. Just continue to chip away. You don't have to get it all. Snyder just got a little anxious, didn't quite recognize she had just crossed over half court there. Over and back called on the Eagles.
You got to slow the pace of these turnovers.
Addie Van Arendonk nearly gets the steal. As Geyer with it. Backside for Lauren Olsen. She'll go up, off back iron. Rebound goes to Rachel Kagmarinsky. Pella Christian sets up. Ashlyn Vermeer out top with it. To Finley Snyder to the high post for Rachel Kagmarinsky. No good. Addie Van Arendonk offensive board. Powers up. No. And then Van Arendonk is whistled for the offensive foul. Saying a lot of contact there against Olsen that went uncalled. Not sure.
It's a lot of straight up there.
As I say, Olsen was kind of leaned over.
Would have been nice to get that one to drop, get it within 5, but still plenty of time. Just got to make a couple more stops in a row here.
Yeah, pass into the high post for Olsen, tipped away by Finley Snyder. And a tie-up will go to Pella Christian. So they'll force the 11th Indianola turnover. The Eagles continue to try to cut into this lead. They trail 33-26. Pingles Home Store Instant Radio Update, Norwalk 62, Oskaloosa 9 at the end of the third quarter. Finley Snyder to Rachel Kagmarinsky. Kagmarinsky looking over the top for Van Arendonk and just put too much on it. Ball sails out of bounds.
Man, we're forcing these turnovers, but we're not capitalizing on the opposite end.
Yeah, that's been the unfortunate story of the night here.
You hold Indianola to 33 with less than 4 minutes to go. That's a good night.
Yeah, Geyer goes to McGraw. Now the ball goes up top to Paw. Paw to the right wing, over to McGraw, left wing 3, left it short, but Lauren Olson is there for the offensive board, puts it up and in.
She's got a patent on that little left to right move into the lane and little 5-foot jumper.
Yeah, 32nd Pella Motors timeout taken here by John Mumm. And he's talked things over with the girls for Pella Christian, trailing 35-26. Gives us a chance to look at the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Our score 35-26, Indianola leading Pella Christian. 3:32 to go in the fourth quarter. Indianola leading Oskaloosa 62-9 at the end of the third quarter. We do not have a third quarter update on Pella. Last look, they trailed Dallas Center Grimes 37-23 at halftime. And then Clark leads Knoxville to half 33-12. That's the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Game reset wired by Center Point Electric. As we mentioned, 3:32 to go in the fourth quarter. Pella Christian trailing 35-26, and another Eagles turnover. And Whitson with the ball at the high post. She'll give it to Alexa Geyer, and Indianola wants to pull it out so they can burn clock. McGraw with it, over to Geyer. Now Paw. Geyer. She'll kick it over to McGraw. Inside the ball goes for Whitson. Her shot over Breams is no good. Kakmarinsky down with the board. Looking to race in transition. She'll go to the basket and left it short. And Whitson down with the board. And it's Paw versus Breams in transition, and Paw will lay it in. Pella Christian trailing 37-26 now. Finley Snyder will look to get it up to Kakmarinsky. Inside the ball goes for Breams. And Breams is whistled for the travel. And Bryn Runner comes back in for Snyder.
Turnovers are mounting up here for the Eagles.
And you're down some guards, as we mentioned earlier. So you know it's going to be a challenging task tonight against a fairly guard-oriented Indianola squad, but just kind of compounding here as Alexi Geyer misses the three. But Indianola with another offensive rebound here. Geyer looking inside for Whitson. And Rachel Kakmarinsky is going to be whistled for her first foul of the game. Third on the team.
Just goes to show how athletic Rachel Kack is. Her first foul of the game.
Yep. And a jump ball as Geyer went to the basket. Well, it was going to be her first shot attempt from inside the three-point line. Gets tied up. Indianola maintains the possession. Inbound goes to Julia McGraw, right wing 3. She'll knock that one down. That'll be the one that likely does it here for Pella Christian as they now trail by 14, 40-26. Minute 38 to go in the fourth as Ashlyn Vermeer unable to get the ball into the front court. And Pella Christian will send in the substitutions here. Everyone but Bryn Runner coming off the floor here. So Addie Van Arendonk, Ashlyn Vermeer, Ava Breams, and Rachel Kakmarinsky come out. Finley Snyder, Olivia DeHaan, Kyla Runner, and Elena Hertigan in. And Indianola will start to bring in their subs. Whitson and Olson come out of the game as Graham and Erickson come back in. Geyer will give it up to Erickson. Back up top to Geyer. Indianola content to burn some clock here with a 14-point lead. Geyer out top. She'll look to drive. She'll kick to Erickson. Erickson back out to Geyer. Now Paw over to McGraw. Inside Graham, kicks it out. Erickson, 3 from the right wing. No, rebound tipped out to Finley Snyder. And just threw the outlet pass a little too strong. And a timeout just to get substitutions in here for Indianola, as they're going to bring in Gracie Ritchie. They're going to bring in Charlie Sadler. They also brought in Elena Woolsey. And that's all they have for substitutions as of now. Bryn Runner checking out of the game as well, with Hannah Van Wyk coming in for the Eagles. So Indianola moving the basketball around. 47 seconds to play in this one. Ball goes inside for Leah Graham, and she'll go up over the top of Kyla Runner to put that one in. Finley Snyder guiding the Eagles offense out top. She'll hand it off to DeHaan. Over to Runner. Runner looking, kicks it over to Elena Hurtigan. Pump fake. She'll kick it back out. 21 on the game clock. And Kyla Runner had the ball poked away for a moment. Hannah Van Wyk has the ball poked out of bounds. 11 on the shot clock, 14.7 seconds left to play. We got another Pingles Home Store Instant Radio update. Dallas Center Grimes 58, Pella 37 after 3. Finley Snyder inbounds to Kyla Runner. Up top to Olivia DeHaan as you're listening to the Pella Christian Basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS2 stream at KNIA, KRLS.com, Knoxville, Pella Newton, and KRLS HD2, Knoxville, Pella Newton. Finley Snyder gets a layup on the board, but that'll do it for us. Indianola 42, Pella Christian 28, final score. We'll go ahead and step away. We'll be back on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
CPAs are known for doing things by the numbers, but the account